Punctuation. There are full stops, commas, speech marks, question marks. Now let's introduce them properly.
Hi, I'm the full stop. I'm the king, really, the boss. When I hold up my hand, everything comes to a halt. In fact, I'm so important that it takes a capital letter to start the action again. I'm the end of a sentence, a change of gear. I'm the one in charge right here. At the end of the story, that's me you'll find, the final nail, driven in.
Hello, I'm a comma. Between you and me, I think he's a bit of a spoil sport, always putting a stop to everything. Right, big head he is, too. Now, I'm more subtle, a lot more gentle. I come in handy for hesitation, slight pauses. Whenever there's a string of nouns together, well then, I'm the little knots in between. In a manner of speaking, I'm the foot on the brake.
We're the speech marks, aren't we cute? Sometimes. Sometimes we go out on our own, but usually we like to stick together, especially with the things some people say nowadays. Woo! We revolve around the art of conversation. Little flags that are hoisted when someone is speaking. Signals to tell the reader that something is spoken. We could tell you some stories, too, that would make your ears curl. Toodaloo!
Right pair of tittle-tattles they are. And as for this one, well, she's as common as muck.
Question mark?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
What for?
To remind you
About what?
about the fact that it's your turn
My turn to what?
to explain what you do.
What do I do?
You appear at the end of a question.
Do I?
Yes.
Is that why I'm a funny shape?
Oh, you're not funny. You're quite cuddly, really.
Do you think so?
Honestly,
Why?
you're very inquisitive.
What does inquisitive mean?
It means you ask a lot of questions.
Well, I'm a question mark, aren't I?
You certainly are. No question about it.
Time flies? You can't. They fly too fast.
A man was walking down the road one morning when he met an elephant.
Full stop.
The elephant was wearing a large,
Come here.
striped scarf, which the man liked very much.
Full stop.
So the man said to him,
Come here.
Open speech marks.
"How much do you want for your scarf?"
Question mark?
Close speech marks.
And the elephant replied,
Come here.
Open speech marks.
"Oh,
Full stop.
okay.
Full stop.
How much will you give me for it?"
Question mark?
Close speech marks.
And the man,
Come here.
tired of all this punctuation,
Come here.
said,
Come here.
Open speech marks.
a comma, a full stop, a question mark, and a pair of speech marks. That'll teach them. But will it teach you?
Pig and and are too close together.
Ah.
Here, Nellie. You better have this back. It's too small for me. Now, when we talk, we pause for breath. We speed up when we're excited, and we slow down when we want to be serious and listen too carefully. When we want to know something, when we ask a question, our voices rise at the end of the sentence, don't they? Now, that's called an inflection.
Yes?
I had an inflection once.
You don't say.
On my chest, coughing for weeks I was.
That's an infection.
Is it?
And of course, in earliest times, before people learned to write things down, stories and news were spoken, passed from person to person. And you can imagine how sometimes those messages got garbled and mixed up. Excuse me. This is the part where you illustrate that game called Chinese Whispers.
This is the park where we illustrate that game called Chinese Whiskers.
Oh. I say, there's a park where you can say what you think of Chinese whiskers.
It seems we're going to a park where you can skate and drink Chinese whiskey.
Great. So, of course, when writing developed, news could travel a lot further, reach many more people, and be easily understood. Of course, even with writing, there were still some problems. And one of the problems was how to show where the pauses should be, when the questions were being asked, and when somebody was speaking. The answer was Asian. Punctuation. Yeah. Now, take this message, for instance. Does it mean this? With the extra full stop, it's a different message.
It was and, I said, not but.
Right, so we've got full stops, commas, speech marks, question marks, Marks and Spencer, the Marx Brothers, and of course, Mark's wife. Which brings me to my favorite punctuation mark, the apostrophe.
Yes?
I don't like apostrophes.
Really?
Did you hear about the one in South America?
No.
Terrible earthquake. Millions killed.
That's a catastrophe.
No, an apostrophe is used when a letter is missing. Now, instead of that is, we sometimes write that's. Or instead of it is, it's. It's also used when something belongs to somebody, like Peter's piano. Or Mark's wife. I love apostrophes. In fact, I even wrote a poem about one. Would you like to hear it?
No, thank you.
No.
What's a poem?
Oh, Hard Bananas. Because I'm going to read it anyway. Twould be nice to be an apostrophe floating above an S, hovering like a paper kite in between the its, eavesdropping, tiptoeing high above the that's, an inky comet spiraling, the highest tossed of hats. Do you enjoy that?
Not at all.
Rubbish!
Rubbish.
Oh, dear, rubbish. Rubbish.
Stop press! Stop press. Stop press! Stop press!
I suppose it's a poem, but it's you know, every person in the land has 20. Now, I'll start. You follow.
All right, you're not. Are you making sense of this poem?
Not yet.
No. Now, this is a poem not written by me. It's written over 100 years ago. But I've changed it just a little. So shall we try it?
Right.
2, 3, and.
Every person in the land has 20 nails upon each hand.
520 on hands and feet, all laid out in... 520 on hands and feet.
Not very good, not very good. Full stop, you surprised me. I thought you'd be able to do it.
Yes, sorry.
Were any of you able to work it out? It's difficult, but it's easy when you use punctuation. Full stop. Can I have,
A full stop.
a full stop, please?
Excuse me.
You have one about your little...
Oh, very good. Stop.
So, 20 nails, in the man has 20 nails. Do you have a capital letter, please?
Capital letter, certainly.
Full stop, a capital letter.
A capital letter.
Thank you. There. And can we have 2 commas, please, Blodwin? On, thank you. Tap on each hand. 5. And 20 on hands and feet. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? Ah. Shall we try it one more time?
Right.
Every person in the land has 20 nails. Upon each hand 5, and 20 on hands and feet. All they have in rows so neat. When the place to write the bills and take.
Yes. Oh, it's easy when you know how.
Who's how?
No, excuse me.
Gosh! Wow! You don't say.
Really? Amazing!
Who was it?
Exclamation mark. Sorry couldn't make the show.
What was his excuse? I hope he had a good exclamation.
It's explanation.
Right, folks, it's time to hit the sack.
Full stop.